First blood.
Your middle tower is falling.
You think Kaka knew I stole his rum?
Hey, watch my head.
Hey, little buddy, it's in the bag.
XBET, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO, casino and live dealers. Highest payouts, 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBET.
Everything's better with Scepter. Oh, yeah.
Radiant victory.
Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Alright, looks like we're ready to go. RBEPete here, Season 5 KOD League. I will be your caster for today, doing a little solo dolo. So I apologize if there might be a couple of spots where I've got to stretch out and go get a drink and take an occasional nap once in a while. I'm just kidding. Nobody's going to be taking naps today. We're in it to see who's going to win it. And Wheel will be facing off versus Doom5. Wheel wreck while whistling. Oh, man. The quadruple W's. Anyway, the band picks are firing off, wasting 0 time. These guys wheel wreck while whistling. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna have to abuse this somewhat today. I think everyone's gonna be okay with me abusing these players, right? I don't think anybody's gonna be object to that and all. But if you do have any issues with that, you can send it to my email, adminsdon'tgiveadamn.com. And they'll be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. So anyway, Clockwork and Darkseer are out of the equation, right along with Doom5 taking out Earthshaker and Sand King. There's some strong team fight elements there, early lane presence that Wheel wants to get rid of. So let's see, maybe Doom wants to go for something a little bit more aggressive. Maybe they don't want to have to deal with such a strong team element. Maybe Wheel, perhaps known for their magical Earthshaker abilities. But again, this is the 3rd game in a row where we've seen Nightstalker play a pivotal role. Lots of band picks that have happened on it. I know I've said this over the past couple of days, and some of you who know my love for Nightstalker, this is such a happy experience for me. I'm really... You have no idea how happy I am to see this. Nightstalker typically gets banned out in a lot of the open qualifier matches that were happening for TI7, if anybody's been following along. And he's been in a lot of the top picks. And so you guys got to be prepared for this, because the vision is going to be abused. Nice Chikiro pick by Doom5. That's a good way to slow down Nightstalker, albeit it is temporarily. You don't want Nightstalker on your tail for all that long. And you certainly, you want to have an answer for it. But again, hard picking into a hero does have its limitations. You do set yourself up for some good predictability. So in the game of Dota, there are lots of ways to be able to slow down Nightstalker. And Doom5 seems to have found a couple of answers right there. So these are really good picks for dealing with Nightstalker, is that you can get the jump on him if he is focusing down a support. That 8-second silence once he hits level 3. Holy goodness, there's only a few other spells that have a full duration like that, but his is limited to just the nighttime. So we'll see where he's going to focus those efforts. Perhaps he may be able to swing in and help mid lane from the safe lane if they're going to put him there. Perhaps put him in the off lane. Legion Commander, good all-around hero, practically anywhere you put her. It's one of the few heroes that really can work in just about any situation. So I really like the effort here. However, that channeling that she will be doing during a duel is one of her biggest vulnerabilities. And if the team that you're playing with isn't prepared, a nice pickup by Oracle here. We've seen a lot of superb picks over the past couple of matches here with KOD League. And the Oracle plays from yesterday were stellar. However, we're dealing with two completely different teams, and we'll see if Wheel will play this Oracle as well as Stars played theirs last night.
10 seconds remaining.
So, good luck. Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Oracle is a squishy bastard. So, Void, Faceless Void now out. Queen of Pain out. Necro, he's going to be banned picked now by Doom5. That AoE heal is certainly useful. Being able to counter Legion Commander, that's effective with the Reaper Scythe. You severely limit yourself with those channeling abilities. And so with Legion Commander, there's a lot of good counters to interrupt that. So we'll see if Doom5 can put together the necessary coordination.
Spirit Breaker.
For the enemy team, or for at least for the allies, right? Legion Commander will require teammates to come in and provide that essential coverage because of that vulnerability with duel. She's sitting still for a second. The enemy team's going to come in and bring the hammer down on top of there. So Spirit Breaker, a nice other good pickup here. A great way to be able to catch up to Night Stalker on the escape. For instance, if he's trying to run away, for instance, you know, in addition to that, if he's playing somewhat aggressive or waiting somewhere unexpectedly in the jungle, that's a great, Spirit Breaker is a great way to be able to chase him down. So I like what they're thinking here. Alchemist, that heavy farming, heavy hitting AoE, the stunning bastard who just has incredible HP regen. The Ancient Apparition still on the board. We've still got some other opportunities to be able to just slow down that regen. So that was a good indication that, you know, they were not wanting to deal with Viper. So they just go ahead and ban that bastard out. Just get rid of him completely. And an interesting pickup with a Bloodseeker. I hope we see lots of aggression. This game, I don't think this game's going to go very long. Doom5 is picking up three very early hard-hitting heroes. Night Stalker requires a little bit more, right? He's limited to only half the game early on, where he's available to play a little bit more aggressive against the enemy team.
You're using up your reserve time.
So now down to a minute remaining, and on this
Imba Spirit.
fifth pick, a good position 3 here. Let's just throw him right in the middle lane, shall we? Yeah, let's throw him right in the middle lane. This Ember Spirit mid, Oracle in the safe lane with Alchemist, Night Stalker off lane. I could see how that works.
5 seconds remaining.
They've got another open position for a support pick. Oh, an interesting ban. Getting rid of the Razor. But I don't think that's what Wheel was going to go for. So I'm not exactly sure why the Razor ban on this one. I know that, you know, Static Link, it'd be a good way to leech some of that damage off of Legion Commander as she's dueling. She's sitting still, so it's an easy Static Link to throw out there. But OD ban, yeah, that makes sense to me. Doom5, they still have a mid lane pick available to them.
Ten seconds remaining.
But this last pick, this last support, I really think that they need some extra stuns here on this one. Spirit Breaker's, he's got his own built-in bash, you know, Bloodseeker. People, people usually find an escape plan for Bloodseekers. It's simple teleport scroll, right? So what better way to ensure Bloodseeker can get somebody than throw out an ice path, you know, follow up with a duel, Spirit Breaker, you know, it hits them, procs that passive. I mean, there's a couple of ways to avoid that easy escape whenever Bloodseeker ruptures somebody and wants to finish them off. So here's what Wheel can look at as a stun. There we go. There's the stunner that they needed. They needed something to be able to continue to interrupt what Legion can do, what Bloodseeker can do. And so here's something that Doom5 can think about. If Wheel has all these stunners available to them, and there's a lot of spells being cast from the enemy team. So there's a good mix between physical damage and magic damage that's happening. Doom5 could really balance this out and pick a support, kind of like Pugna. I really like a Pugna because of the zoning that's available there, and especially while they're channeling, they can drop down, like maybe even an Undying. Undying may not even be a bad pick here, but they definitely need one more support in this lineup to help take the edge off of all the stunning that's going to be coming from the oh man, the silence. Oh, well there, silencer, that could be another good pickup as well. Also something to reduce the damage that, you know, will be available because of Vengeful Spirit, providing that damage aura to all of our allies. That's something Doom's going to have to prepare for. So there's a couple of options here for Doom5 as they look into this last pick. They seem to be really thinking about that as / / as homeboy gets ready. Yeah, I have no idea what to call him, but I'm gonna call him Slashfest. I'm gonna call him 1-6. I'm gonna call him Say Slash. I don't know where I'm going with this one, but with Wheel all set to go, why not use up the rest of your time and really figure this out with your team? I mean, I like a Pugna here. Netherward, one of the most underutilized abilities in the game. I don't see it used enough. It's just underutilized in lots of different occasions. And what the hell is this? All right, they're just gonna do it. They're gonna pick up the Meepo and close out their team. Perhaps Spirit Breaker will take up that position 4 spot or position 5. Throw the Legion Commander maybe mid or in the jungle. Bloodseeker, he can also handle mid lane. Ember Spirit, that's a superior matchup for him as far as I can tell. If he can continue to at least zone out Bloodseeker somewhat, it'll be a challenge, but you know, Bloodseeker will be able to regain some of that HP. We'll see how they run the lanes. They may have some help mid lane early on. I noticed that that's a very popular approach to give your mid lane an early advantage, is for one of the supports to just go in and put some pressure on the enemy team before the match really starts to kick off and towers start going down. So playing on the Night Stalker. Now, before we do any introductions, let's wait till we get in to this match here. All right, let's make some quick introductions. Playing on the Radiant side, we've got Doom5. And our good friend, Raykill, is going to be playing on Legion Commander. Playing on the Spirit Breaker, we've got our good friend and confidant. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Pikachu is going to be playing on the Spirit Breaker. Playing on our good friend Jakiro is going to be Shalom. Playing on the Bloodseeker is going to be ESK, and playing on the Meepo is going to be our 6/Maniac. Switching sides, let's get over to the Dire side, playing on Wheel. Derp's going to be playing on the Oracle. Right next to him, dancing. Ricky's going to be playing on Vengeful Spirit. Ember Spirit is going to be played by Annihilate. Night Stalker, played by Mad. And Alchemist is going to be played by Dota 2. So let's get to it. Let's get to it, fellas. Let's see where you're gonna go. That's engagement bottom lane, rooted in place. Jakiro wants to get up. Another follow-up stun there from Magic Missile, and Ricky, and able to, a lot of the range damage from the supports is enough to get an easy first blood. And that's how you lose your tempo early on. That's a surefire way to be able to do it. Game hasn't even begun, and they're just handing it over.
Let's get moving.
Some dire vision inside the jungle. Bottom lane, Legion Commander will be hanging out down there by her solo dolo. Meepo is going to be mid lane, apparently. They're going to put Meepo in the mid. Jakiro not too far away to be able to help. Mad circling around. And so this is where they really get to play around with the creep wave. And play around with these last hits. Sentry Ward down now. Looking maybe for the vision that could be set up. There are no invisible heroes with this one. So this Sentry Ward, I understand that they want to counter maybe an enemy vision in this case. So I'm sure that would be helpful, but this early in the game, I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be a huge impact. Oh, but what an adorable courier. Adorable, absolutely adorable. But Legion, bottom lane, sustained nominal damage. Not all that painful, yeah. But trying to keep the tempo, keeping the tower sustained. Holding on to the camps. Looks like Ricky's able to spot that one. And they're going to run a little interference here on this camp pull. Shalom, not looking too good here. HP below 50% threshold. Not about the 30% mark here mid lane. Meepo now at level 3. And our Ember Spirit now sitting at level 3. Fairly close in XP, but that Ember Spirit is a good lead, gaining a good lead in terms of CS count. But mid lane Annihilate, feeling the pressure from Jakiro as they come in, and this is going to be a good retaliation. They put themselves on the board now with their first elimination. And Meepo will benefit from this one, now that he's already got his first divided, his first replicate, whatever you want to call it, a clone. His first division. Interesting. Now with Spirit Breaker in the bottom lane, Ricky trying to teleport out. Is he gonna charge to interrupt? No, he's gonna let that teleport go, and top lane will be this change. As they get up there, Alchemist throwing out the stun. Got to follow up Magic Missile. Bloodseeker does have an exit strategy, but here comes the Night Stalker to be able to slow him down, using the trees to try to break vision as best he can. He's just out of range and may be able to sneak away from this one. A little added, the movement speed from Thirst kicks in as Oracle gets a little low. No transition here from mid. Meepo's in the jungle. He's not able to provide any support on this one, and Night Stalker gets in and provides the necessary movement slow. That disable was exactly what they needed. So now tied things up 2-2, heading into 4 minutes in now. hanging on, keeping the mid tower alive. And Meepo comes back for more. And a good pick off. Top lane, Bloodseeker getting extreme pressure from the 3. And the Bloodseeker charging in, going for the... Yes. Vengeful Spirit is a low enough HP threshold, but this is going to be an easy target for them. Good blocking inside the jungle, and Shalom helps secure that one. We got another charge on Oracle, a Spirit Breaker, feeling confident, going in nice and deep as he chases them back into the dire side tier 1. And a good pickoff here outside the Sanctuary. Night Stalker goes down 4-3 now, 5 minutes in. Wanted to make sure they want to clear this area of any vision that may have been put up. At least I'm guessing that's what the pings are for. But Night Stalker's going to get back in it and go top lane. He finds Bloodseeker farming on the camp, and he continues 1, 2. Can he get the last one in there? Oh, he manages to get the heal. Legion's there to provide the assist, and there's a charge. Slows him up a little bit more as Mad has to change direction and go the other way. Dota also is going to join him, finding cover underneath the tower. Nice pick off mid lane. Ember Spirit feeling that from Meepo. This is a situation that can quickly get out of control. Now only down by 10 CS. The morale is boosting for them entirely. And we lose an Alchemist top lane. The engagement continues as Pika trying to get away from the tower, but gets so close. It's a narrow escape. But the safety of the tower is may be enough here. Spirit Breaker's going to change direction. But I guess not. He just needed to get out of that area. He needed to be in a space where it would be just a little bit easier for him to circle back around, maybe pop a healing salve and get back to it. Mana pool not in the best shape, and we still got at least we still got 218 seconds left on Sanctuary. I mean, the timing on this one. It's going to be quite tricky. So some good warding. The vision is essential. Just inside the tree line. But they find Night Stalker. They know that he's sneaking around, trying to make a play. Good ward placement. So they have an idea of what's happening behind the tower. This is where nighttime kicks in, and Night Stalker feels a little bit more confident rushing in on these tier 1s. Getting in a quick pick off, especially with the help of Ember Spirit. That's not an impossible task. And if the timing is right and they know that the enemy team is split up at their respective lanes, they've got at least a 6-second window to get a kill. Beyond that, they need to get the hell out. But Night Stalker, it's easy for him to do. And now with it being nighttime, he can fly completely. We'll just see him fly. We'll see him fly, maybe. Maybe he'll position himself somewhere like right here. Start from up here and then just fly right down and say hello, Meepo. It's nice to see you. Would you like to go to lunch sometime? Oh, why, yes, I would, maybe. Yeah, that'd be nice. Does anyone else find it strange that I'm having a dialogue between Meepo and Night Stalker? Over here, that's what I do. It's casual. It's as casual as it comes. Anyway, I do read bedtime stories for people. All you gotta do is send me an email. Admins don't give a damn. Or it's like questions or bedtime stories at adminsdon'tgiveadamn.com. That's right. I completely made it up. Don't actually send an email there. But if you would like me to read you some bedtime stories, you can just find me on Twitter at RBEPete. Don't forget to follow KOD League as well, guys. Follow KOD League. So you know what the hell is going on. So you know when our matches go live. So you know what teams are dominating. Casually walking right up under the tower. Man, Ember Spirit It's got no Fs to give. Flame Guard now at level 4. It's a decent radius on that, which a lot of times I overlook at how effective Flame Guard is without having to be sitting right on top of the enemy hero. The Legion's going to go in for it. Break kill, noticing that the enemy team is going in deep after Shakiro goes down. The Nepo missing on the attempt to try to ensnare, and that's a good pickoff. Can they get the Night Stalker as well? Oracle goes down with the help of Bloodseeker. But they're going to continue the chase and go after Night Stalker. And they will let him go on this one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Phase boots, ready to go for Ember Spirit. Got Invisibility Rune hanging out inside of the bottle. If Annihilate just hangs tight for a few minutes and not reveal himself, he may be able to catch somebody on the teleporting, but he's committed to it.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Unsure where Meepo is at this time, or at least they do have an indication that Spirit Breaker is mid lane, and they know the rest of the team is lurking around somewhere. So I guess the time is best utilized to just chip away at the tower rather than wait for that teleport in. So I get it. I get it. Oh, the previous caster didn't go anyway. Didn't go anywhere. He's still with us.
Tower is under attack.
He's still with us. Mr. Rapmore, he was casting with me last night, and it was a great match with some absolutely banana things. Just madness. Nice charge in. Vengeful Spirit's going to be targeted, and here comes Annihilate to help with the support. Shalom throws out the Ice Path. Good interrupt. And the Flame Guard is out. Here comes the Rupture. Annihilate. Teleporting to the Revenant. And Ember Spirit's going to rejoin the fight at some point? No, but he can't. He's worried the Rupture's just going to peel through. Decides to teleport back to base. Acceptable losses on that one, but Ember Spirit returns after a good top off his HP and mana. And the attempt to go get Ember Spirit. Here goes attempt number 2, but he's a slippery bastard, and he's going to exit stage right, left, top. Not entirely sure. But for those of you who are just joining, we've got Doom5 versus Wheel happening now in a best of 1. Still in the group stage for Season 5 KOD League. I'm RBEPete, joined by nobody. I'm doing a solo cast this evening, so anybody who wants to get their feet wet and doing some commentary, please do by all means. Come and get it. Come and get it. We love to let new casters come in and figure things out. Figure out where you fit in. We'd be more than happy to provide some coaching as well. So hit us up. Meanwhile, here comes a charge on Derp. He's just going to casually move around in the jungle. They get in to prepare for the incoming defense on the Tier 1 tower, canceling the charge. And a good stacked camp now on its second stacking. And a rotation from Vengeful Spirit. Shifting gears bottom lane to provide some coverage there so they don't lose a Tier 1 unnecessarily. Level 10 now up for Meepo as he picks up the plus 15, level 12 rather. Plus 15 damage, plus 30 for Ember Spirit. The charge coming out of Night Stalker just underneath the tower. The tower helping on the assist on this one. Here comes Bloodseeker. Perhaps they don't even need him at this point, and they manage Jakiro and Spirit Breaker to do it all on their own. But Ember Spirit's going to elect to go back. Head to the jungle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the top tower takes the damage. Liquid Fire is out, melting it down. 3 levels now into Liquid Fire.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Dire's top tower is gone. Just a cold
Good work securing the tower. 10-4 now. 12.5 minutes into the game. Meepo sitting comfortably in the lead with level 13. Net worth also in the lead there with Ember Spirit and Alchemist just
Radiant's bottom
shy.
tower's got problems.
Just a couple of mouse clicks behind. They get into position for the push here in the mid tower.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
And as Meepo and Legion Commander get close, the smoke is broken. Bloodseeker had the rupture out, and they're going to continue in the charge on Alchemist to be able to slow him down. Here comes the rupture. Retaliation. And there, Ember Spirit goes down. Or Oracle getting stuck in one of those positions where he's not going to be able to get away from this one. If he gets anywhere as close to the tower, good charge to change directions. You know, Legion Commander can finish off the Oracle easy, but his Vengeful Spirit gets stunned and slowed up. Bloodseeker might be able to chase this one down. The buyback, teleport, back in. Oracle wants to return to the fight. Legion Commander hanging around too long. He'll get picked off as well. Mad going to chase back into the high ground. And as this tier 1 on the Radiant side, they're going to get ready to defend this one. But they managed chance to lock in Spirit Breaker and pick him off. That's 4 down now for Doom5. 8 points or 8 eliminations now for Wheel. And they're going to take a tier 1.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
Good read. As Ember Spirit closes the gap, the Blade Mail deflects only some of it as Ember Spirit pays for that. But they do exchange. 1-1 on this one. Spirit Breaker still out of this one. And Meepo now down for the count. 45 seconds before we see him back into the game. Vengeful Spirit opting for that additional attack speed. But the graph is kind of a little all over the place, but Doom5 holding significantly. Keeping it on their side for sure, net worth and XP. Closing the gap, Wheel. Getting close to tying up the eliminations. Not the complete deciding factor, but it does give an indication of who's acquiring more gold, who's acquiring more XP. Spirit Breaker going in for it. As he gets into the lane to clean things up, he's got a teleport in hand in case he needs to teleport back to return to the lane, provide the necessary cover. And Spirit Breaker 2. One of those heavy hitters that can kind of be all over the place and be ready in the map. And really anywhere. Well, the vision is up. They've got eyes on Mad. Spirit Breaker, or not Spirit Breaker, Bloodseeker rather, gets ready to run in on this one. Now that it's daylight, he is vulnerable. Loses that extra attack speed and movement speed. Wheel sticking primarily together at this point. They know the team fights are going to be more consistent, or more frequent, rather. The tier 1s, mid and bottom, still up for grabs. Tier 1s missing for the Radiant side. The lifesteal selected for Meepo. And an added bonus damage. Opting to go for the HP boost on the Bloodseeker. So, level 15 for Meepo. That bonus XP for each one of those divisions. His copies, his doppelgangers. And he's ready to go. He's ready to defend mid tower. But he poofs out and heads top lane. They're going to trade tier 2s, perhaps. No rotations yet, but the top tier 2 sustaining some damage. No, They'll be able to take out this tier 2 and perhaps even teleport bottom lane to get there in time to be able to defend it. Fortification is up. That buys them a few seconds to make their way bottom. They might not be able to do something with this. As Meepo starts to tread into the tier 3 area. And here come the rotations. He forces a couple of them. Oh, the poof is there. The swap as well. And they catch him just on the stairs. The rest of them moving in just in time to cut down Meepo.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower just went down.
Never refuse gold given.
But this game certainly isn't over. Regaining the lead, Wheel takes the goal. Takes the gold lead. Their income now up. Not by much. Ah, but they take it back. The Blade Mail's just not giving him what he was expecting. In this case, the damage is just kind of dispersed over time. And with the help of the Flame Guard, I mean, he's able to absorb his own magic damage and reduce how much he takes. So Blade Mail isn't as effective as he's hoping for it to be in this case. 14-12 now, heading into 18.5 minutes into the game. And we're looking at the graphs now. Take a small dip into Wheel's territory in addition to XP. Alright, resuming things. Bloodseeker Meepo out. Meepo returns to the fray. With the Boots of Travel available for Ember Spirit. The Meepo now with the Dragon Lance. Not entirely sure why he picked up a Dragon Lance. Because it only works for ranged heroes. Perhaps I'm missing something. If anybody in chat wants to make the necessary corrections on this one. But he can disassemble this one in the event that he needs to switch out for something else. And a Blade Mail now up for Legion. See, these Blade Mail pickups, I'm not exactly sure if they're going to get out of it what they were hoping for. There's not a lot of burst damage that's coming from Wheel. And so what they're deflecting is just the occasional, you know, the AoE damage, the chip damage that comes from the acid spray. I mean, Derp, yeah, I guess he could do somewhat a bit of burst damage. And it will be significant for Oracle to deflect some of that. But needless to say, I'm not sure they're going to get the biggest return on that, on the Blade Mail. Anyway, here goes the Poofs, bringing the rest of the Meepos in. And the charge, they're locking in on Roshan. They have an indication that they're in there. Night Stalker getting close by. Throws in darkness, and they get in there. Alchemist, first one to engage, throwing out the Blade Mail. Nice attempt to try to charge, or at least provide some interrupts, but their Spirit Breaker's going to get caught out of that one as the rest of the team abandons ship. There's the stun Meepo. Poland throwing out the ensnares. He's going to try to battle his way through with this. On the stairs, the Aegis is popped, but Bloodseeker goes down next, and as he returns, is he able to punch through these? The Blade Mail is up and deflects some of it, and he does get one, a double kill up for him, but Bloodseeker comes in for the finish. Let's see, did he buy back? No, but he came back in. I'm not sure why. but it was a good time to do so. Wheel still holding on to a small lead in the economy. But Alchemist taking the lead in net worth now.
Tower isn't going to last long.
The wild pings. The random. The wildness of it all. Alright, now selecting the addition of the stats. Instead of going for the movement speed. But Night Stalker and Jakiro are going to exchange blows on this one. He must have known that Meepo was nearby. They don't have any vision over there, but Night Stalker's going to play it safe on this one. Spirit Breaker's going to change direction on that. The miss. Good swap. They're going to hold on to a Meepo. Do they have the follow-up? Night Stalker comes in. Oracle joins the fray as well. They get the Meepo down, secured. Throw it in the Macroplier. Ricky gets caught in it momentarily, but the Blade Mail is up. Over here on Bloodseeker as Meng tries to get inside this one, and with the help of the team, Wheel pulls this one off. 3 now down for Doom5. Yule sceptered up in the air. Can they get him in there? Locked him down. Spirit Breaker is going to be next to fall. And this is not looking good for Doom5. Wheel taking control of things. The graph dipping down in their favor for both XP and gold.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Thanks, Rami. Rami, you're a good man. You're a good man. I love you. It's all good. Appreciate you. You make life worth living. And a swap. They find the Jakiro. This is a fight that is just going downhill, one after another. And if Doom can somehow regroup and get the edge on this one, and a good defense within the tier 3 area, they might be able to defend the high ground on this. With Jakiro and the Macroplier, and with the help of Bloodseeker, they would be able to zone out.
Never refuse gold given.
But getting into position for the push top lane. Doom's going to get ready for it. The smoke is out. And they're going to pursue. Knowing the illusions are close by. Meepo revealing himself out of the tower. They will be able to get in to deny this one.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
But Ember Spirit now ready. The team in place. Jakiro may be caught in a bad position, throwing out the Ice Path, the duel on Night Stalker, the Macroplier as well. Meepo coming in to help keep him rooted. And they... Oh, he escapes off the high ground, completely jumping it. What a play. Night Stalker saving himself from almost near death. It was fun to watch. It really was. It was really fun to watch. I like those close calls, you slippery bastard.
Bad night, silence.
Dominating.
And Ricky
Dominage.
getting torn up. This Legion Commander gets picked off now. The Blade Mail is not giving him what he needed. And his Wheel's just going to walk right into Doom5 and just take this base all for themselves.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much.
The tier 2 now dwindles down.
Radiant's top tower has
And Ember Spirit's going to shift gears and go back to the well. Top off his health and mana. The stun is going to fizzle. It's not going to catch anybody on this one. And Meepo's going to transition and leave. Oh, I see. He's not really going anywhere on this one.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
We'll take that.
Heaven's Halberd available for Alchemist. And Vlad's picked up by Night Stalker. The Lincoln Sphere. That's helpful for sure. The charge, the duel, that shell. Be able to throw that out in anticipation. And that could really disrupt Doom 5. Item selection, I would say, is a necessary improvement for Doom 5. Their item choices, not entirely the best. I understand the benefit of adding the stats for Meepo with the Dragon Lance, but you know, there's other ways to be able to add those stats in there. I think just an overall higher HP pool would have been enough, plus some life regen, in order to just keep him alive and sustain through the AoE damage, through the burst damage from Vengeful Spirit, the burst damage from Ember Spirit as well. I mean, there's a couple of things here that I would imagine Doom 5 could circle back around and really think about what they were looking to achieve in this particular game. But Wheel really shining right now. Heading into 28 minutes in with a 12k lead. That's significant at this point.
Comforting rune of regeneration.
Certainly, we're going to see Doom have to defend their tier 3 as Wheel continues to farm and as they inch closer and closer to owning the entire map. With almost full map control now, inching their way into the jungle and securing every camp that's in there. This Spirit Breaker could be in trouble. But not today.
A tool to teach.
But the signals are being made. Top tier 3 is going to be a target. Doom 5 not giving up on the attempt to push in one of these lanes. They want to regain control, but it's going to be challenging for them to do it as they've primarily been getting picked off in these 1 and 2 situations. And here comes Night Stalker and Vengeful Spirit as they find an opening, and Alchemist goes get in one. The Macropyre and Ice Path combinations enough to slow him down, but they're not going to get an answer from it. It's just things seem to be a little all over the place for this team as things just collapse. Wheel really taking control on this one, and Pika goes down next. A mega kill available for Ricky. 28 now. Eliminations on the board at 30 minutes into the game. And sure enough, they're holding on to that lead as they were behind. Not terribly too bad early on in the match, but things have turned around. And now Wheel taking over. Doom 5 having to deal with that. Annihilate finding a weak Meepo. But with the duel available, that's not a fight that I think he... Yes, manages to get the Meepo pick off despite Legion Commander being close by. It's almost as if he let him die. I'm just kidding. They're teammates. I'm sure they wouldn't do that. Right? Right? We don't let our teammates die. But Roshan's back up. They make the call. Now it's time. Just go get yourself that Aegis and some delicious cheese. Made from the milk of a long-lost furbog vendor. It restores the vitality of those who taste it.
We haven't seen the last of him.
Who wants to eat the cheese at TI7? I know I do. Who wouldn't want to take a bite out of that stinky, like, a block of dairy, rotten dairy product. Yeah, I'll make it sound real delicious, don't I?
Radiant's middle
You know you
tower
want
is
that
under
cheese,
attack.
yeah? Now this tier 2 is going to be the next target. This is where Doom gets to take advantage of having control of the high ground. The swap, they get Bloodseeker on this one. He's not able to stop that. The Macropyre, again, being placed in an opportunity that's not going to give them any answers. I mean, it's just one after another, misplay after misplay. And as Meepo gets into position, they are able to ensnare the follow-up on the high ground, the Ice Path, just in case anybody's going to join in on this fight. Bloodseeker realizing that the buyback might scare their opponents away, but I don't think that they're afraid at this one. Now with 30 eliminations on the board, Wheel is feeling very confident that they can just walk in here and take this, but they're still deciding to be cautious. And the swap, they managed to pull out Bloodseeker again. That's 60 seconds, a full minute before he can come back. He will not be able to buy back this time. It's the buyback, dieback, unfortunately. And Ember Spirit holding on to an invisibility rune inside the bottle. The Lincoln Sphere is popped. On the Vengeful Spirit, the Macropyre right on top of the tower. But they were able to avoid it almost completely. Ember Spirit, or Spirit Breaker rather, trying to make the play to try to get it. This one in Meepo wanting to join the fray. Just inside this base. On the tier 1 tower getting dangerously low. Jakiro now going down. That's 4 players now for Doom5. And Spirit Breaker's just going to go on the run. There's the call. The GG, they give up. 33 minutes in. Wheel takes it away from Doom5. And they will advance. I'm RBEPete. I'm doing a little solo cast today. But we are in Season 5 for KOD League. So if you want to bet on the next match, make sure you get over to XBet. Get over there and get ready. Let's see who we've got coming up next. All right, we've got SG Esports versus Mad Kings coming up shortly. In about 30 minutes. We may get that fired up sooner than later. Who knows? But this is RBEPete. Make sure you follow KOD League on Twitter. Also follow me at RBEPete. And you want those bedtime stories? Let me know. Let me know. Hit me up on Twitter, and we'll do a little reading. We'll do some audiobooks or something. We know you won't. Yeah, that's right. Kings of Dota, Season 5. This is where we're at. Wheel takes it from them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments for some more Dota action. Hang tight.
XBET, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Want to become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBET. XBET, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Want to become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBET.